All right, so let's start out with some forward folds. So we'll go arms overhead and reach back, and just nice and slow from folding from the hips. I'm gonna reach forward. Legs can be a little bit wide on this one, and just slowly, we're gonna keep the knees straight on this right now. Just slowly bring ourselves down, biceps near the ears, until we're hanging on the hips, hanging on the hamstrings. We'll bring it back up. And we'll just go back and forth here a few times. Getting a little stretch on the hamstrings each time we get all the way down. Arching way back when we go up. And we'll hold here for a minute. So we're down, hands on the ground. And we'll shift side to side a little bit. So straighten one leg, bend the other. Just gently shifting back and forth, side to side. And then we can start to get a little bit of a twist in there, so turn the body towards the straight knee. So as I straighten up my right knee, I'm twisting my torso, hands stay in front of me, just dropping my right shoulder down towards my right knee, letting the left shoulder come out in front, and then the opposite on the other side. And let's go back up. Knees are straight. Let's put our hands behind our back and bend forward again. This time we'll raise the hands up over the head behind us. So fold forward from the hips. Stretch the arms up behind. Knees are staying straight, hanging on the hamstrings a little bit. And we'll come back up. Walk the feet in, so the feet are next to each other. And fold forward again. And we'll go hands to the ground here. Or fingers on the ground, wherever you can get. And we'll walk ourselves around to the left. Walk ourselves around to the right. Back and forth a few times. My hamstrings are definitely tight this morning. Good. Let's stop in front and walk the feet out. So we'll go heel, toe, just walk the feet out a little bit. Knees can be bent. So with the knees a little bent, let's walk the hands back in behind us. Turn the fingers around so they're pointed behind us. Press the hands to the ground here. I'm going to push the butt back to the wall behind me. I'm in a little bit of a sumo squat here. And just arch the back in this position. And then I'm going to straighten the knees and let it drag the hands back between my legs, between my feet. Straighten up into it. And we'll come back up for a forward fold reach here. So we're going to keep the knees slightly bent, elbows, biceps up by the ears, head down. I'm going to reach forward, push the butt back, let the weight come back onto my heels, stretch the hamstrings. Now I'm going to straighten the knees. Hold that for a second. And then we'll bring it back up. Let the hands come down. Good. Shake them out a little bit. Let's go to a wide stance. And we're going to do some side lunges. So wide stance, we're just going to start to go down to one side, then the other. You can use the hands to help push up. Working towards getting a little lower as we go. Not really looking to stretch here so much, just sort of get things warmed up. And working on sinking the hips down a little lower each time. Until maybe we can get our hands to the floor. Come over, reach down, and sink down a little lower, hold it a little longer on one side. Push up, back off, other side, hands to the floor. Go a few more times at each side. Good. And we can sit down from here. We'll do a little butterfly. Just pull the feet in and just draw the knees to the ground, let them come up. Seeing how low we can get them, you can give a little push with the hands here. And I'll rock the tailbone off the ground, walk myself forward a little bit onto sit bones, pull the feet in, chest is up, squeeze the heels in towards the body, and pull the knees down to the ground. And release it, and we'll do it again. Loosen them up a little. And we'll sit up, do it again. Sit up, rock them up onto the sit bones. Chest is up, arch the back, draw the knees down to the ground. And release it. All right, so we're going to come up onto one knee with our up leg toe pointing to the side, our torso pointing forward, and we're going to just go do some side lunges on one knee. So, right, so we're just going to, you can have your hand on your leg, you can have your hand in the air. I'm just going to sink down and bring it back up. So my foot that's on the ground is pointed perpendicular to the front of my body, right? So it's going straight off to the side. My foot behind me is, top of the foot is on the ground and it's pointed straight back. We're just going to come in and out for a little bit. Trying to get a little lower each time. And now we'll get arms up. And what we're going to do is you can have your hands on your hips, you can have your arms up. We're going to go down, and we're going to twist twist towards the knee, twist away from the knee, and bring it back up. We can try twisting at the top as well, right? We can sit vertical, knee at 90, twist, twist, nice and slow in each direction. And now we'll lunge down into it. And again, twist, and twist, hold that pose, right? A little strength involved. And bring it back up. Shake it out a little. And try it again. Lunge down, twist, chest up, twist, and back to center. All right, we'll go other side now. Switch the knees. Foot that's on the ground is pointed straight out to the side. My back foot, top of the foot is on the ground, pointed straight behind me. And nice and slow, just start in and out. Working to get a little lower as we go, sinking the hips down a little bit closer to the floor. And now we'll stop at the top. We can do a twist while we're at the top. Trying to keep that knee in place. This knee stays right where it is. You can even put your hand on it, twist away a little bit. And now we'll sink down into a lunge and twist again. And bring back up. Sink down into the lunge, twist again. Bring it back up. And one more time. Sink down into it, get a good stretch, and twist. And bring it back up. All right, get off the knees for a minute. Sit down onto the butt. And just do a couple forward reaches. So feet are together, toes are up, knees are straight, and we're just going to very gently reach forward. Trying to keep the hands the same height above the floor as I reach forward, just like when you're in the boat, trying to reach forward. You don't want the blades coming up and down. I'm going to be mobile in my shoulders so that as my torso comes forward, I'm going to actually raise the hands a little bit to keep them the same height off of the ground. Good. Open the legs a little bit. So go a couple degrees out. And I'll do the same thing. I'm going to walk myself up off of my tailbone and reach forward. Toes are up. Pressing the heels into the ground slightly as I'm reaching forward. Now go off to the left. Feel it a little deeper in that left hamstring. Again, trying to keep the hands up as I'm reaching forward. And we'll go right. Exhaling as I reach forward, inhaling as I come back. And we can try one more time here. So one more time. Feet out a little wider. getting myself up off of the tailbone, rotating here from the hips as I reach forward, not the upper back. Trying to pull the tailbone off the ground as I reach forward. And go again, straight forward, pressing the heels into the ground. And off to the left. Right, make sure I'm positioned correctly. Off the tailbone. Toes are up. Heels pressing into the ground. And reach. Even if you're not getting a lot, it's better to keep the, right, so if I can only go forward this far, it's better to just stay up on the tailbone, up off the tailbone. Just think about elongating that hamstring. Doesn't matter how close you get to the toes. What matters is that you're not sitting back on the pockets when you're doing this and just going for it with the chin and the head. All right, mark yourself up a little taller, and we'll go off to the right. Reaching the hands up as I pivot forward. Good. We'll bring one foot in, one foot off to the side. We sit up tall. And we're just going to, we'll start out just by gently leaning into this leg with my torso basically in line with my leg, right? So my torso is pointing straight forward, my leg is straight out to the side, and I'm going to lean straight off to the side, just dip a shoulder gently down the leg. This one can be tight. So if you need to bend the knee a little bit, you can bend the knee a little bit and work it down. If you're feeling it right behind the knee, give your knee a little, make the knee soft. Don't lock the knee out. Nice and gentle, not bouncing, just reaching in as if you're going for the stretch and then releasing it. Now we can take the arm up over the top. Just going to reach straight up for the sky as tall as I can, and then arch the spine off to the side. And we don't have to pulse this one, we can just reach up and lean in a little bit and hold it. And relax it, relax the knee. Yeah, we can try that one more time. Start by reaching straight up and start to lean in towards the leg a little bit. And relax it. All right, go other side. Right leg out, torso's facing forward, and I'm just going to start by gently reaching out to that side. Trying to keep a straight line between my left shoulder, my right shoulder, and my knee. Right? You can reach up and over the top. First start reaching for the sky. Reach up as high as you can. And then lean over. None of us may get very far on this one. Again, it's the effort that counts. You should feel it all up the side of the body, all the way through the hamstring on this side. If I've got my hand behind my back, I can sort of press my spine straight, get the chest up. Release it for a second. And try it one more time. Sit up. And reach for the sky. And then arch over the top. Let that hand come down as far as it will. And release it. All right, so we'll come back onto all fours, and we'll do some cat-cow. So round the back up, sink the back down. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you come down. You kind of think about where your spine is arching from. Right on the way down, is it arching down by the hips? And you come up, is it rounding up by the shoulders? And then see if you can just think about working it down towards the other side. So like if I'm normally arching down by my hips, I'm going to try to roll my spine up near the shoulders a little bit. And as I round up, I'm going to try to just round it, pull my pelvis in, round it all the way down to the hips. And we can walk ourselves off to the left a little bit. And do the same thing, arch and round. Inhale up, exhale down. And we'll go off to the right. Same thing. Arch and round. And back to center. Let's walk the knees out. So wide stance on the knees. Feet can be flat on the ground, or you can be up on your toes, whatever supports you better. And we're going to sink back. Go down to the elbows and just sink back. Hips down between the legs. Gentle pulsing back and forth. And this last one, we'll go down and hold it for a little bit. Go down and support your weight on your elbows. Bring them in towards the body a little bit, and then sink the hips down. Good. From here, we'll go left leg out. So I'm going to rock my weight onto my hands. Put that left leg out. Bring the foot up so it's in line with the shoulders. And again, I can support my weight however I need to in my hands. I'm going to sink back. Feel it again up in the hamstring, up in the adductors. Gentle back and forth. And hold it for a little bit. Good. Relax it. Rock the hips out a little bit. And we'll go to the other side. So my left knee is out to the side a little bit, not directly under my body. Right foot is going out. Foot is pointing forward. Sole is flat on the ground. Foot is in line with my shoulders. And I'm going to now sink back. I'm feeling it up on the inside of the leg here. Nice and gentle in and out. And we'll sink back and hold. And relax it back to all fours. And we'll sink ourselves back down into child's pose here. Walk the hands out with the fingers. Head is down. Elbows are slightly rolled down to the ground. I'm going to press them into the ground. Press the hands into the ground. Drop the chest. Don't drop it down between the shoulders, right? I'm still up. Shoulders are close enough together that I can't just sink down below them. And I'm pressing the whole torso down. Reach off to the left. Same thing. Reach off to the right. And sink down. And back to the center. All right, you can get off the knees for just a second so we don't spend too much time on them. We're going to try something a little bit different here. So we're going to go hand on the forehead on the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come forward, and you guys can, you're going to put your head on your forehead, and you're going to have the tops of the feet on the ground. And you can be in a comfortable position. You don't need to be up. You can have the butt on the legs. And I'm just going to reach forward with my hand. So I've got my forehead on my right hand. Sorry, my left hand. My right hand is reaching forward. And I'm going to walk it forward, sort of like we just did. And now I'm just going to lift. Just hold it as high as I can for a second. And then drop it down. And we'll do that a few times. Walk the hand forward with the fingers. Let everything else sit kind of heavy on the ground, right? I'm not trying to lift my back with this. I'm lifting just the arm from the shoulder joint. Lifting. Hold. And drop it back down. We'll do that a few times. Reposition the hand. Make sure the arm is straight. Walk it forward so you can feel a little pull. And then lift straight up. Back of the hand stays to the sky. Hold it. And then drop it down. All right, let's pull it back in and just let it go loose for a minute. Roll the shoulder out. Good. Reach back forward. Now we're going to go up and we're going to reach it around behind us and let the hand rotate as we go. So I'm going to raise it up, palms to the ground. Now I'm going to rotate it down like a clock hand as high as I can the whole time, holding it high. As I get out to the side, I'm going to rotate my palm up and keep reaching around behind. Reach as high as you can, around behind the back, reach up, and now keeping the palm up, I'm going to come back till it's about even with my shoulder. Then I rotate the palm back down, reach around above the head again, and put it down. You can bend the arm, relax it, give it a rest. And same thing one more time. Reach straight up above the head Walk the fingers out. Raise the hand as high as you can. Palm is to the ground. I'm going to bring the arm down around towards the waist. Arm is straight. Hand is as high as I can. As I get past the shoulder, I rotate the palm up, holding it as high as I can. Rotate it all the way around until I'm behind me. And return. Palm up, palm up. Rotate the palm down. Keep it up, keep it up. Reach above and drop it back down. Good. Sit up and rest that for a second. Let that stretch out, shake out a little bit. And now we'll go the other side. So going down to the ground, my forehead is on my back of my right hand. Reach the left hand up as far as I can out to the floor. Walk it forward with the fingers and raise it up. Just going to raise and hold as high as you can. Palm down and relax it. Good. Same thing. Going to raise it up again. Ready? Lift from the shoulder. Right. Back is staying down. Head is still heavy on the hand. Palm is still down. And drop it back down. Good. And we'll reach out again. Walk the fingers forward. Feel a little stretch. Lift the hand off the ground. Hold it. And back down. Bend the arm. Bring it back to the body. Give it a rest. Shake the shoulder out a little. All right. Now we're going out forward and we're going to reach around this time. So hand is out forward. Lift as high as you can, keeping it high. Keeping it high, palm down, reach around. Down to shoulder level. Once you get to shoulder level, rotate the palm up. And continue reaching around as high as you can. Hold it. And bring it back. Palm is up until we hit the shoulder. Rotate the palm down. Out. And down. Relax it. Good. 2 more times. Reaching out. Walk it forward with the fingers. Lift the hand as high as you can off the ground. Rotate down towards the waist. Rotate the palm up towards the ceiling. Keeping it high. Around and behind till I'm back down by my waist, behind my back. Hold it. And bring it back around. Palm up. Palm up. Rotate the palm down. Around, back over the head. Back down. Bend the arm, give it a rest. And last time. Reach above the head. Walk the fingers forward. Raise the hand off the ground as high as you can. Rotate the shoulder. Bring the arm around. Equal with the shoulder. Bring the palm up. Keeping it high. Around behind the back. Keeping it high. And start to bring it back. Palm up. Palm down. Reach up. And rest. Very good. Get off the knees now. All right, we're gonna do one more here with lay on our back. This one's gonna get a little bit up into the lats and the armpit. So, laying on our back, I'm going to have my feet off the ground. My left leg is going to drop down to the ground. I'm going to open my hips, left leg to the ground, and just open the hips here from this position. I can use my hand to push it down. Now I'm going to take my right leg, extend it up and over. I'm going to use my left hand to catch my right knee. and I'm going to rotate it over. So I'm just sitting here with my left knee bent and on the ground. My right knee is at about 90 degrees. It's in the air, being supported by my left hand. I'm going to take my right hand flat on the ground, and I'm going to reach up and over, and it's going to stay on the ground as I reach. So it's going to go up and overhead, and I'm just going to reach as high as I can with the right hand over my head, back of the hand on the ground. I should feel this up all through my lats, through my armpit. And bring it back down. So the back of the hand stays on the ground. Bring it down next to the body. We bring the knees back up. And now I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to open my hips, drop my right knee down to the ground. Left knee is going to come over onto my right hand. Back of my hand here is going to stay on the ground. I'm going to reach it up and over and around. So up and over the top of my head, back of the hand, my left hand stays on the ground. And I'm just going to reach. Stretch as high as I can. I can feel it all up through the armpit. And let it come back down. Go one more on the other side. So I'm going to drop the left knee down to the ground. Rotate the right knee over, catch it with the left hand. Back of my hand goes on the ground. Reach up and over the head. And stretch it up. Nice and high. Back of the hand is on the ground. Feel it deep into the armpit. And we'll let that arm bend, bring it back down so the elbow is level with the shoulder. And we'll switch one more on the other side. Legs are up. Drop the right knee down to the ground. Left hip is going to come up and over. Twist the spine. I'm going to catch it with my right hand. Left palm is up to the sky. Back of the hand is on the ground. And I'm going to reach up and over my head with the back of the hand on the ground. Reaching up as high as I can. And we'll bring it back. And from this position, we'll do some knee rolls. So we're on our back, feet are on the ground, knees are bent, hands are out to the side to support my weight. I'm going to lift the feet off the ground, and I'm going to roll the knees down, touch the knees to the ground on either side, go back and forth about 10 times. And we'll get a little hamstring stretch in here. So put the feet back on the ground. You can extend the left leg straight. Right leg is going to come up and over. Reach across. Find a spot on the ground where the toe can touch. Now with the toe in that same spot on the ground, I'm going to extend my knee. Straighten out the leg, stretch the hamstring. And hold.
And we'll go to the other side. Bend the knee. Come back to center. Right leg is extended straight out. Left leg comes up, extends. Twist the spine over the body. Touch the toe to the ground. Then extend the knee with the toe staying in that same spot on the ground. And hold. Release it, and we'll do it one more time each side. This time when we reach over, we're going to try to get a spot a little bit higher, a little bit closer up towards the hand. So reach across with the right leg. Knee can be bent a little bit. Bring the toe down to the ground, a little bit higher up towards the hand and the shoulder, and extend the leg straight and hold. And relax it. And last time, other side. Right leg is straight. Left leg comes up and over. Find a spot on the ground a little bit higher up. A little bit higher up towards your hand. Toes on the ground in stationary position. Extend the knee, keeping the toe in its spot. Stretch the hamstring out. And relax it.